Viridian City was a happy place. The sun always seemed to shine a little brighter there. In the heart of Viridian City was a shop called Trinkets and Charms. The shop was as curious as its name. It had a bright blue door and windows full of sparkling things. It was a magical place, especially for a young girl named Eliza. One day Eliza went into the shop with her father. A kind old man with twinkling eyes greeted them. His name was Mr. Alcott, and he owned the shop.
Ah, welcome. Come in, come in. Let me show you something special.
He told Eliza stories about where they came from and who might have owned them. Eliza was captivated, feeling like she was stepping into another world. Eliza's eyes fell upon a beautiful amulet nestled amongst some old coins. It was silver and shaped like a swirling sun with a single ruby in its center.
Oh, how pretty!
Eliza gasped, her hand reaching out to touch it.
Ah, you have a good eye, young lady. This is a lucky amulet. It's said to bring good fortune to whoever wears it.
He winked, making Eliza giggle. Eliza was mesmerized. She had to have it.
Father, may I please buy it?
Eliza pleaded, her eyes wide with hope. Eliza's father smiled. He couldn't deny those pleading eyes.
How much for the lucky charm, Mr. Alcott?
Mr. Alcott named a price, and Eliza's father happily paid for it. Eliza, beaming with joy, thanked her father with a big hug. She carefully put on the amulet, the cool silver feeling pleasant against her skin. She was sure her luck had already changed. She left the shop, her heart light with the promise of good fortune. For the first few days, Eliza felt lucky. She aced a surprise math quiz and won first prize in her art class. The amulet, she believed, was working its magic. She even refused to take it off at night, afraid the magic would disappear. But slowly, Eliza's luck seemed to fade. She tripped and fell during the school race, losing terribly. The winning word in the spelling bee was one she didn't know. Eliza was confused and disappointed. Her amulet, her lucky charm, wasn't working anymore. One day while cleaning her room, Eliza noticed something strange. The silver of the amulet had tarnished, turning a dull gray. The once fiery ruby had become cloudy and dark. Eliza's heart sank. What was happening to her lucky amulet? Had its magic truly vanished?
Father, look, my amulet, it's not shiny anymore, and my luck, it's gone.
Eliza's father listened patiently as she explained about the amulet's fading magic and her bad luck. He felt sorry for her and decided to take Eliza back to Trinkets and Charms. He wanted to ask Mr. Alcott about the amulet. Maybe there was an explanation. Maybe Mr. Alcott could fix it. Eliza, clinging to a sliver of hope, agreed. Eliza and her father returned to Trinkets and Charms. The cheerful blue door no longer held the same excitement for Eliza. She felt a knot of worry in her stomach. Mr. Alcott was surprised to see them again so soon. He listened intently as Eliza, her voice small and filled with disappointment, told him about the amulet.
Eliza, I must apologize. It seems I've made a mistake. This amulet, while beautiful, is not as old or magical as I thought it to be.
You mean, it's not really a lucky amulet?
I'm afraid not, my dear. It's a replica, a copy of a real one. I should have been more careful.
Eliza's eyes widened in surprise. Mr. Alcott looked genuinely sorry, and Eliza knew he meant it. Eliza's father, however, was angry. He felt Mr. Alcott had misled them. He demanded an explanation and a refund. Mr. Alcott, his head bowed, apologized profusely. He promised to return their money. He explained that he would never intentionally deceive a customer, especially not a young girl like Eliza. Mr. Alcott's demeanor shifted. He straightened his shoulders and looked Eliza and her father in the eye.
This experience has been a serious lesson for me. I take full responsibility for my mistake. From this day forward, I pledge to be even more careful. I will ensure that every item in my shop is accurately described and honestly priced.
Mr. Alcott went on to explain that he would be putting signs up in his shop. These signs would clearly state customers' rights. He wanted everyone to know they could trust him and his shop. He wanted to make things right. True to his word, Mr. Alcott transformed Trinkets and Charms. He researched every item in his shop, verifying their authenticity and value. He labeled everything clearly, with accurate descriptions and prices. He even created a small library corner where customers could read about the history of different objects. He wanted his shop to be a place where people felt welcome, not tricked. He wanted to share his love for trinkets and charms, but more importantly, he wanted to share his commitment to honesty and fairness. Word spread throughout Viridian City about Mr. Alcott's transformation. People were impressed by his honesty and dedication. They flocked to Trinkets and Charms for the trust and fairness they found there. Eliza noticed the change in Mr. Alcott and his shop. She saw his effort to be truthful and transparent. She forgave him for the mistake with the amulet. Trust, once broken, can be rebuilt through integrity and a genuine desire to make things right.